Hi guys, welcome back. This is episode 4. Episode 4, I'm going to touch more of you selling your BTO and buying a HDB resale using HDB loan. Let's recap on counting your cash proceed. Assuming you sell a unit at 440,000 with an outstanding loan of 140,000 with CPF refund of 180,000, this will give you a cash proceed of 120,000. So based on our previous example, this is how we count your cash proceed. Let's also assume you are earning a total income of 5,000 gross salary. With a 5,000 gross salary, your estimate loan from HDB is around 60 to 65 times your gross income. Assume it's 60 times, your loan eligibility will be around 300,000. Usually we apply housing loan even before we market your house to sell. Based on 300,000, the monthly installment is $1,361. Okay, so for now we only want to know how much are we eligible for. With your cash proceed of 120,000, as you understand, 50% will be used for the payment towards your next house, meaning 60,000 will be for you, 60,000 will be meant for payment towards the next house. Let's count your total budget based on the example earlier. You have 40,000 CPF saving not used. You have 180,000 refund. You have proximity grant of 20,000 if you buy near your parents. You have 50% profit of 60,000. Add that together, we have 300k. 300k will be a base. So assuming you buy a next house at 400k, your loan will be 100,000, even though you qualify for 300,000. HDB emphasize on lower loan. If your base is 300,000 and with your HLE of 300,000, your actual budget is 600k. So assuming, let's put aside stamp duty. Okay, now your budget is 600k. You buy a house at 600k, you will need a loan of 300,000. 300,000 meaning you have an installment of $1,361. Assuming you have 1,200 CPF OA contribution every month, you may need to top up $161 cash every month. Well, most are not willing to. Most BTO seller wants to buy a unit according to their CPF contribution. They only want to buy a house without monthly cash top up. Everything via CPF. And in most cases, that is what they want. So we have to come up with a plan on how much they're going to buy. Let's give you another example. You buy at 550, you need to borrow 250. 550 minus 300 base. Or if you buy at 500,000, you have a loan at 200k. Based on 250 loan, every month is $1,134. So most of the time, sellers are very comfortable at taking a loan of estimate 250k. Most BTO sellers wants to upgrade to executive apartment or executive mansionette without thinking long term, meaning currently they are able to afford the upgrade with no cash top up monthly via CPF. But it's not forever. Why do we say so? If you have seen social media posts about an upgrader who upgrade without monthly cash top up, it is true at that particular time. but it is not forever because of CPF valuation limit. Now, for your second HDB loan, you have put in 60,000 towards the next house. These are all cash. If you buy your next unit and you realize your potential interest is way more than 60,000, you will be in trouble in 18 to 22 years. After this period, your CPF may not be able to be used for your housing loan, where you need to top up cash for the rest of the years. 100% cash once your CPF limit is up. Therefore, if your potential interest is more than 20,000 of what the cash you put in, it is quite dangerous. Why we buffer 20,000? Because anything between 20 to 30,000, I have my methods for my own clients where we are able to find a way to kind of make it go back to 60k in the long run. Okay, so that's another topic on another day. The example for 300k loan, the interest over 25 years is actually 108,000, which is 1361 times 25 years. Total payable is 408k. So remember, you put in 60,000, potential interest 108,000. You are 48,000 behind. Yes, you can afford to buy a EA or EM, but do you know that you may not be able to own the house forever? Yes. Sorry to burst your bubble. This is a real fact. But if you buy at 550,000, the interest is 90k because you loan 250k. Total payable is 340,000. 90 compared to 60 is a little bit high, still manageable. Or if you buy at 500k, you only need to loan 200k. 200k interest is 72,000. Total payable is estimated around 272,000. 72k compared with 60k that you put in is very comfortable for you to upgrade without any headache. Okay, so while this calculation may sound complicated, it is actually pretty complicated. But to me, because I see these figures every other day, I just switch the numbers like algebra. I can get the formula to your comfort. So for example, it's not a fixed law, which means if you make 50,000 profit after second HDB loan, we have to change the figures accordingly. While there are some who may actually make 70 to 80,000, then they are more comfortable for a bigger upgrade, depending on the interest payable versus the cash put in for the second HDB loan. If the figure is near, it's very safe to upgrade. If the figure is far, it is still safe to upgrade, but we need to add in an additional plan B for this client. They have to believe the system before they can upgrade safely. But if they want to follow the mass public to just upgrade according to their budget, by all means, but do know that you can't last in the EA or EM or your upgrade forever. One day, you will sell your unit by force because you will not be comfortable to use cash for your top up. Yes, you will not be comfortable because you have not been using anything for the last 20 years. You will never be prepared to use cash for your house. Okay? My client doesn't mean all of them use cash. Some of them never use cash at all. and they still manage to upgrade. Some of them manage to have a plan of fully paid between 5 to 10 years. Majority is between 10 to 15 years. So breadwinner usually 15 to 20 depending on their income. But most of the time the plan is there for them to avoid the limit. Okay, so with this, if you have more questions, just PM me and I'll be glad to answer you. For my next topic, I'm going to talk about upgrading, buying a HDB with bank loan, the advantage and its disadvantage. So with that, if I miss anything, do PM me and I'll get back to you soon. See you again.